got your back. Some more tips for heavy traffic management. If I can get them in. Got some new tyres. Interesting whir to them. I've got semi-dirt, semi-road tyres. There's a bit of a whir to them. So I'm just getting used to the sound they're making. It's interesting. Almost sounds like they're making an engine noise. So you've got to consider that if you're going to have semi-road dirt tyres while you're doing mostly road stuff, you've got to consider the noise your tyres are going to make and whether you're happy with that. These I've got the Metzler Karoo 3s on. They make a bit of a whir sound. There's a bit of a tyre whir sound. Gee, if I just put these on and I was heading to Sydney on a long trip, I don't know. Not sure. But then again, I'm sure the Continental TKC 80s do a whir sound too. I can't remember what the sound they make. I think it's more of a blur, not a wee. This one's a higher pitched. Anyway, but you should be wearing your Beats X in your ears and listening to some music anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, let's look at traffic management. Peak hour, so your speed, not much faster than what they're doing. Blinkers and slow weaving between vehicles. Try and stay away from the brake. What I mean is use the brake if you have to, but navigate yourself in a way that you're not using brake, you're just using throttle. So brake is your last resort rather than your reliant point. So try and do that. So if you just use your throttle to control, stay away from the brake, that'll give you plenty of leeway if it then happens that you need your brake. Oh, the tilt on these tyres, far out. Okay, speed humps. Alright, if you got a GS kind of bike, stand it up. Oh, that's the other thing too, because I've got some new bike questions, learner bike questions, and if you go for something like a Sports Ninja or something, learner bike, that's probably one thing you're not going to be able to do is the stand-up riding. There's a lot of advantage to stand-up riding if you need to navigate over footpaths or bumps and things. There's a lot of advantage to be able to do that. And the GS 310 Beamer would allow you to do that. A lot of stand-up navigating and riding. So here we go, my speed's relative to the cars around me. Not much faster than what they're doing. I try to navigate it just with throttle. Don't be going much quicker. No jerky reactions and nothing too much more than what the cars are doing. Just nice and easy weaving through with your throttle. Just throttle. Do you see the trick? It's go at their pace. Go at their pace and then perhaps go a bit quicker than their pace when you see a gap. But don't just see a gap and then go, yeah, I'm going to go for the gap and then fang it through the gap, because someone's going to turn on you. Something's going to happen and you're going to bang it, you see. So I see a gap there, right? So I approach it just throttle speed. Control it with throttle. Here's another one. Look for the gaps. And a lot of times you see gaps where you think, oh, I'm not going to fit there. Just start to head towards them and you'll be able to work it out as you go, but you can start to head towards them. Now you see the gap here? This car's going to cut in front of me again without a blinker. They'll let me? Good. But you've got to be prepared for that. So you see my speed relative to all this? See this guy turning here? You see my speed relative to the cars that are stationary? I don't see a gap and then fang it down this stretch, because that car could turn in front of me. Oh, there's the Ninja with the fairing stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that fairing stuff. You drop that and that's going to cost you a fortune. That's why I'm in for the GS 310 GS. There you go. I hope I gave you some peak hour tips there. I think the main ones are relative speed and relative distance. They're the main ones. Now, no speeding too. Don't ever speed. Because see, let's say I was doing 70 there, speeding, right? And that car doesn't see me that was turning there, and he decides to pull out, which happens. Trust me, it happens. That speed limit that speed you're doing over the speed limit will be the amount of speed that's going to bugger you up. You're not going to be able to stop in time. You're going to hit it, the car, if they pull out. So if I do the speed limit, nice and steady, and I go relative to everyone else around me, riding's a breeze. Trust me, riding's a breeze. So I'll just so you'll see this line of cars, you think, oh, it's pretty busy, and I'll just stick behind them. You don't have to stick behind them. You can still get through them. Just do it relative. See how the speed at which I'm moving amongst these cars. I'm still getting to the front, but I'm doing it relative to what they're doing. I'm considering their speed. And so this car tried to move in on me, and because I wasn't fanging it, I'm going at a good relative speed, I was able to control it, you see. Now here we've got a whole bunch of cars turning right, very squashy. Don't be afraid to paddle, you can paddle. Now I've got panniers on left and right, so I've got it tighter than anyone. But my trick is, what I know about my bike is if my handlebars get through, I know my panniers get through. And you see how quickly I got through that? Not quick at all, just nice and easy. And if I get to a point where I'm stuck, that's right, don't panic, just sit there and wait for the cars to move. A stationary car is not going to turn on you, so you don't have to worry about getting squashed. A stationary car is going to eventually take off, and then you can follow his tail. So don't panic if you get caught between cars. If you can't go any further, just stop and wait, and they'll take off. They won't turn on you, they'll take off. They can't turn on you. Cars can't go sideways, they only go forwards and turn, but they need to be moving to turn, so they're going to move and turn in front of you, not into you. So yeah, there you go. Here's some more relative speed and distance. So cars on the side, allow for doors swinging open. Always think those doors are going to swing open. Now I'm catching up to this car. I can approach, but I'm going to turn now anyway. So here we go. And you know, the more you can navigate, gee, these tyres are finding a bit getting used to. Fresh tyres, should give them a bit of a roll around, wear them in a bit, get a feel for them. Yeah, the more you can navigate without using your brake, just by using a throttle, you're doing well. And you know, when you do your bike training and riding, they teach you to use your throttle. Throttle for turning, keeping your throttle steady for turning and navigating. Just wearing my tyres in, getting a feel for them. They kind of tilt over all of a sudden at a certain point. So now, see there's bike lane, stay out of the bike lane, but don't be afraid to cross it. Use your blinker and cross it back the other way if you have to. Don't take it up and block it. Cross it to get through. Use your blinker, but watch out, show that you've looked, because you don't want a cop pulling over and say, hey, you crossed the bike lane. But what you want to say is, yes, I've said the traffic was backed up, I saw the other side of the lane was empty, so I crossed it. I did look, I did put my blinker on, and I crossed it over, and then I crossed it back. Don't ride in it, cross in and out, cross over it. If you have to ride in it, again, I think you'll discover it's fine as long as you've shown caution and care. If you've had a good look and you see there's no bikes, okay, traffic stationary, there's a free bike lane there, okay, no one coming, you know what, I'm gonna ride in it to get to the front. And you do it using your blinker, and you look around and you get to the front and you get back out of the bike lane and you get in front of the cars. Again, don't worry too much about the lines, get in front of the car and show caution, and you'll be sweet. There you go, there's a bit of experience for you. That's what I've found, so try it. Nice and easy.